trouble at the British Grand Prix after another tense battle with Max Verstappen. Yet, in an unexpected twist, the Red Bull driver's presence may have played a key role in helping his old rival avoid a harsher punishment. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen added another dramatic chapter to their long-running Formula One rivalry at Silverstone, where the pair fought fiercely for position during the British Grand Prix. But while Verstappen's race ended in disappointment after a late crash, his earlier battle with Hamilton became central to an FIA decision that prevented the Ferrari driver from receiving another time penalty. Hamilton had already been penalised during the race for a start procedure infringement, costing him 5 seconds and damaging his hopes of taking a record 10th British Grand Prix victory. Later, he came under investigation again, this time for a possible yellow flag infringement. Hamilton under FIA investigation. The incident occurred when Hamilton passed Nico Hülkenberg's stricken Audi, with yellow warning lights appearing on his steering wheel display. However, the situation was far from straightforward. Television replays appeared to show green flags being displayed trackside at the time, while Hamilton continued at full racing speed. That raised questions over whether he had failed to slow sufficiently under yellow flag conditions. Hamilton himself admitted after the race that he expected he would probably receive a penalty. Yellow flag or yellow light panel was displayed, and that the yellow indication on his steering wheel appeared only very late. In their official explanation, the FIA stated, Ham entered the relevant sector before any yellow flag or yellow light panel was displayed, with no such indication present before turn 9. The stewards also added, the evidence showed that there was no yellow light panel warning within the driver's immediate field of vision and that the yellow indication on the steering wheel display remained visible for only a very short period. That limited reaction time became central to the decision. FIA explains why Hamilton avoided a time penalty. The FIA acknowledged that Hamilton had not made a clear reduction in speed once the yellow signal appeared on his display. However, the governing body decided there were enough mitigating circumstances to avoid issuing a full penalty. The stewards explained that Hamilton's attention had been affected by the battle with Verstappen immediately before the incident. The stewards also accept that, immediately prior to entering the sector, Ham had been involved in an overtaking manoeuvre with FIA and that the driver was expecting a counterattack. They continued. As a result, his attention remained directed to his mirrors for most of the straight towards turn 10. That explanation effectively meant Verstappen's pressure on Hamilton was taken into account as part of the FIA's final decision. Hamilton reprimanded, but escapes further damage. Although Hamilton avoided a time penalty, the stewards still ruled that he had not fully complied with the requirements under single yellow flags. The FIA stated that Hamilton did not make a discernible reduction of speed after the yellow warning appeared on his steering wheel display. However, because the warning came late, visibility was limited, and Hamilton had just been defending from Verstappen, the stewards concluded that a reprimand was sufficient. It was a significant outcome for Hamilton, whose race had already been damaged by the earlier 5-second penalty. Silverstone frustration for both champions. The British Grand Prix proved painful for both Hamilton and Verstappen in different ways. Hamilton's hopes of a landmark home victory were compromised by penalties and race circumstances, leaving him short of what could have been a historic result at Silverstone. Verstappen, meanwhile, suffered a late crash that ended his race and handed him another costly retirement in what has already been a difficult season. Yet in one of the more unusual twists of the weekend, Verstappen's battle with Hamilton may have indirectly protected the Ferrari driver